Happy Thursday. Now, I've been chugging along here, chapter, two chapters at a time. Did a big chunk of chapters in Joshua last week. Yeah, today, 5 verses. That's it, 5 verses. Judges chapter 2, verses 1 through 5. But these are important verses. An angel is sent to give God's perspective on the events of chapter 1. And so this angel starts at Gilgal, the place where the tribes in Joshua 5 had covenanted with God. So this is an important place of covenant loyalty being declared. The angel starts there and is kind of going through the land, checking out covenant loyalty. I mean, Gilgal was a place where kind of was this idea, this time where the shame of being slaves in Egypt was kind of removed. Like, we are not bound by that identity anymore. We've been redeemed from that. We've been brought through out of slavery into freedom. We're a free people under God. And these people who had chosen to be the people of Yahweh, well, God's assessment of chapter 1 is that the tribes failed to be faithful to covenant by just making covenants with the people of Canaan, failing to remove the places of worship of their gods. They had the power to do it, but they didn't do it. Just like we have the power, we're empowered by the Spirit to get rid of some of those areas of addiction and stronghold or attitudes where we have that capacity in cooperating with Jesus. Did we do it? The military campaign of Joshua, again, never about ethnic cleansing, never about economic gain. It was to cleanse the land of these influence of the worship of these gods. Basically, these false gods were ones where I do what I do to manipulate you, this God, to give me what I want. It's really about us. See, partial obedience here we see really means or leads to full out non-obedience. We never drift into healthy habits. I'm trying to lose weight again. It doesn't happen by me just deciding what I want to eat and not being intentional and not being disciplined. I don't enjoy it. I don't drift into health in that way. We don't drift into health in any area of life. And God, though, doesn't put us into a position where we cannot obey him. Israel made a choice here. And Judges 2, verse 1, portrays this failure to obey God through the language of failing to remember who God is or what he has done. I mean, God rescued Israel from Egypt. He promised his faithfulness. When we remember who God is and what he has done, we will be strengthened in our commitment to follow him, not just out of duty, but joyfully. It's just, I think, in a healthy marriage, when I remember who my wife is, all that she is and has done for me, I am motivated in response to love and to sacrifice. That's remembering our spouse. Remembering God is the same kind of idea. We remember who he is, what he has promised, what he has done. And it's incredible. But because Israel had failed to remember and obey God, God said, I'm no longer driving out the Canaanites. You get what you want. Again, this is principle of judgment, God's punishment. You don't want to remove the Canaanites fully. You're now going to reap what you have sown. And the people are sad, but they didn't repent. They didn't look to change their actions. It's like, oh, well, we were kind of hoping to live the way that we wanted to, but still have your blessing, God. Again, human beings don't change. We've been like this since Adam and Eve. God promised to bless the people, but he had also promised he would not bless a disobedient people. And so here we have quite this dilemma. Is God going to give up on Israel? Or is God going to give in to Israel? And God's answer is neither. God's response is going to be, in the midst of your mess, in the midst of your rebellion, I am going to continue to invite. I'm going to continue to be faithful in seeking to draw you back. And we see God's ultimate answer to this through the cross of Jesus. How will you help yourself remember God today? May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today would you know his peace. God bless.